Fighting in Aden ceased just over a year ago, but the situation is still tense, as evidenced by the frequent influxes of wounded at MSF's hospital there. The most recent was on the 29th of August.
When we heard the explosion, we activated the mass casualty plan in the hospital to be able to receive the wounded. It took us 10 minutes to prepare everything, get everything set up. After that, the wounded started to arrive. We received 46 dead and 60 wounded.
While many of the town's hospitals have reopened and more medical care is available than a year ago, their situation is far from being stable.
We received thousands of wounded last year. Most of the hospitals here have been crippled by the war and are unable to respond to all of the healthcare needs. And often, the hospitals in Aden, both public and private hospitals, struggle to get what they need in terms of supply. The health sector here in Aden is not in good shape.
Some patients admitted by the teams in Aden have been referred from Taiz, a town about 200 kilometers away where it's harder still to get medical care. MSF supports several of the town's hospitals, including the one in Atuaba.
Many of the roads leading to the hospital here are cut off or difficult to drive on. A lot of patients barely make it to the hospital. Several people have even died on the road trying to get here.
Atuaba is a district with 30,000 inhabitants on the outskirts of Taiz. But with so few medical facilities, 100,000 people depend on this one hospital. Since the summer, Maiduguri's health centres have been constantly full. In Mai Musari, the teams provide outpatient consultations to around 3,000 women and children every week. Malaria, malnutrition and diarrhoea are among the main illnesses. Patients with diarrhoea are a warning sign for the teams to prepare for a potential cholera outbreak. In Gwange, there's an intensive therapeutic feeding centre providing care to children with severe malnutrition. Its 110 beds are occupied non-stop. Malnourished children treated with nasogastric tubes or therapeutic foods usually spend a week in the unit. The food crisis affecting the region's inhabitants is far from over, as the insecurity continues to prevent them from cultivating their fields. Some displaced people in Maiduguri, who have received no food aid whatsoever in the past 2 months, are getting angry. "10 million people live in Kinshasa, the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo. To prevent the spread of the yellow fever epidemic that struck Central Africa at the beginning of the year, the authorities have launched a vaccination campaign. After vaccinating 350,000 people in Matadi, close to the Angolan border, MSF has now immunized 710,000 people living in the capital.
I queued for a long time because I knew that this outbreak had killed many people in Angola. I came here to protect my health, so I waited patiently to get this vaccine before going home.
Incurable, yellow fever kills 15 to 50% of people contracting its most severe form. 74 cases have been confirmed in the DRC and 16 of them have died. Vaccination and combating the mosquito carrying the virus are the most effective ways of avoiding further fatalities.